Road tripping.
On the road again. Yeah, this isn't like a just to see how far it is. It is kind of. It's like a just to see how far it is mini test run, because the good news is we are getting back on the road. Season 3 is in planning phase, so before the end of the year we'll be out and about and exploring more of South Africa, which is amazing, so super excited about that. But we're going with mates. We're doing what so many people do, going away for a weekend just to go and get out of the rat race and go and be peaceful and quiet in nature and enjoy some bush television and good company. But what's quite cool, we're also going to be trialing a new trailer from Bundutec, which is called the Bundu Warrior. So a little bit more compact, no push button rooftop tent, but you're actually living inside of it. So that's quite cool. But there is one really, really sad thing, and you might have noticed there's something missing. Have a look.
No puppies.
No doggos on this one, unfortunately, because it is just a short 4-day trip. But they will be missed. But yeah, we're really excited to go camping again. It's amazing. You're there yet?
I was about to ask you the same thing. Nice yawn.
It's a short drive. We've got 32 days of this crap coming up again.
Oh,
Did I say crap?
you did.
32 days of happiness. And rolling into Valwater, we bumped into a very familiar face.
Alexander, what's he doing here? So smart.
How are you?
Good to see you. Well, you don't have to go. You don't have to go home to your wife.
No, come.
Linda's normally on adventure with us.
No,
Don't worry,
not
we haven't got a new season without you.
Not yet.
We're just trying out a new trailer. See how else things.
Yeah. How's it? How are you? Good to see you.
It's a family gathering.
After a quick coffee catch-up and a sweet tooth indulgence at Carla's Bakery, it was back on the road for us and the short run to the highly rated Matamba Bush Camp. So this is Matamba Bush Camp, close to Lepolale. Massive campsite, you can fit probably about 8 or 9 families on here, but there are going to be 4 of us for the next 4 days, which is super cool. So we've helped Brent and Karen set up. They've rented their trailer like they did last time. Graham is here obviously with the thing we love so much. We spent so much time in our Bunda trail. Love that thing, and we don't really have too much set up to worry about. Everything is there. I mean, there's no rooftop tent to put on. It's kind of pretty easy. So it's been quite relaxing knowing that I don't have to do too much work, and we're going to get ourselves nicely positioned now, start a fire and let life begin.
Hello, neighbor. Did you find us a good spot?
We're done.
Whoa, ma, where are we going? She said there and back just to see how far it is. Whoa, pa, why are we going? He said, 'cause we got this time that you're giving our hands. Just to see how far it is. Oh, come on, brother, please. Won't show us just how far it is.
This is when minds get changed. After you've parked it in a lacquer position. Luckily this thing's a lot lighter than the Bundutec trail. Stop filming and push the arse, it'll make it go a lot easier.
I'm exercising you.
So, might be a Bundu warrior, not a Bundu trail, but they've got a few things in common, and that is that they also do have support legs that you need to put down. Sure, you don't have the storage tray that you're going to pull out the back to make the thing tip, but I learned my lesson. Season 2, stitches. First thing we do before we start working is get our legs down and get the thing nice and stable. This has the same 270 awning that we have on our Bundu trail, but obviously the different working here is that your kitchen area and your big flap sits at the back. That fits perfectly between that strut, so when you do open, it sits nicely under there. So this is obviously dedicated as your kitchen area. So nice, you can work under cover in shade. This is potentially a little bit of a problem because I'm 6 foot. On Bundu Trail, we never had any worries with height moving around in your living space, because this is essentially where you're going to be living. So this could be a problem for the taller guys because there is no extra lift. I can't lift the warrior off the ground. But just be aware of that. There could be a couple of brandies and a kop stump or two. The warrior has plenty of storage space up top, but if you've put out your awning and your suite, forget about accessing it. In fact, access in general is pretty tough without steps. This is where I'm going to go, but this is also my wash area. So if I do have my wash area set up, how do I get up? So they almost want you to kind of set your camp up and never worry about getting on the roof again. So what was quite a challenge for me is this, because I've actually got storage underneath here. But to open it, it does need a gas strut to hold it in place. So they do need that. It makes offloading quite a challenge. So there were these poles just randomly lying in our kitchen. They had no idea what they were for. Luckily Graham's here. Were you involved as well, baby?
I was involved. Okay. I'm the brains,
So
yeah.
go and have a look. So you can slide this all the way through. This then pops back inside here and houses there. That looks cool. The big problem is this. I've got a pole and I've got these two brackets here. This is now the extent of my opening. So I actually, like, seriously, if you're the average South African, you're not getting in here. It's like a reverse birth. Yeah, it's tight, eh? With setup done, it was time to dust off. And settle in for an evening around the fire. It sure is good to be back on the road again. Good morning. Had my second morning coffee. Slept like an absolute legend in that warrior, but we'll talk more about that later. It was actually really comfortable. But last night was quite interesting. I mean, as a PE guy, you don't expect me to bitch and moan about wind, but it blitzed through here last night. And even now this morning, wind blowing, it's nippy, but hey, we're in the bush and there's no reason to be complaining or be unhappy about life. It was a great first night. I am a little bit disappointed though, because I have my special moment where I bond myself with nature, and I'm not going to get to do it on this trip. I'll tell you why. Because check this out. This is actually pretty cool. I mean, as far as cool places to have a little borstkak, this isn't the worst in the world, is it? So I hope you don't mind if I kind of just do something different and enjoy what's been set up for me instead of finding my own personal little space. Very, very cool. Ready for a good day. Like I usually like to rough it, and the only time I cleanse myself is in an ocean or a river or a pool. But I'm gonna concede that actually is quite lekker in a bush setting like this, just to have a hot shower. They've really done a great job setting this up. Today we are going to do potjie. Very, very lekker, and there's a bit of a competition, which I don't like. I don't like. Can you stop making so much noise? You know, potjie competition. I don't like losing.
You know your competition has cheated, hey?
What do you mean?
He's already pre-cooked his. He's gonna reheat it.
Don't even joke. But how's that? I mean, he's a pilot, eh? And they're meant to be the most trustworthy people. I'm never flying with him.
What time are we going to start potjies for the competition?
What stage, Marius, is your potjie at? Do you need to start from scratch?
That's what you normally do.
How's that even a question?
That's what
do
you
you
do
mean?
in a competition.
Okay. Well, I need to start mine from scratch too. I have made.
Did you make it or did he make it?
He made it, I promise you.
With your
he
top.
did.
But how do you make a potjie before you get to the
No one
campsite?
knows that who did it.
Morris, it's called experience. You know, being an old camper and having lived 50 years, I've spent most of my time in the bush thinking ahead of the time to ensure the success of a camp.
In other words, a cheater.
No, more like a lion.
I, being competitive, was not the one that initiated this competitive streak for the potjie competition, and I found that my main competitors cooked it in a pressure cooker at home, and all the knob was going to do was literally put his pot here and pour the contents into the pot. Yeah, like, surprise, what a tosser. So by default we win, so we actually don't have to cook our potjie.
Disappointing. But it's only 80% complete, so it's in theory,
write him on
it
the
hasn't been
20%
completed.
that's not
What's the last 20%? Warming it on the fire here.
No, there's additions.
Brightside banter aside, this is what camping really is all about. Disconnecting from devices and reconnecting with each other. And with the potjie competition over before it even started, the pressure was off. So apparently, everyone used to throwing in like crap wine, but apparently it's not good enough to drink, it's not good enough to cook with. 3/4 of a bottle of red required, and the quarter is for me. Cheers. What's up?
Let me check if it's okay.
It's not buffalo, no?
Our potjie's cooking in the background.
What, we're in the back of the caravan. So what are you going to do? You're just going to actually put that in there? Is that it done?
I need a microwave.
So basically this is the world's biggest, most antiquated microwave ever. Smells good. What is it?
It's beef shin.
Do you know?
Beef shin.
Did Queenie make it?
No, Anderson. Me, only me. I just cooked it here this morning while you guys
you
were...
are amazing. I can't see because you're on fire. Well, good.
Okay, very cool.
He's or mine?
Yours so far. I haven't tried his.
Don't, it's cuck.
Look, I know we gave Glenn a lot of gears for his pre-cooked potjie, so he loses by default. But what has been amazing is the two pots that just taste so different. Really, really nice bone marrow and a curry flavour in his, and obviously ours was, or Kevin's good old harissa potjie, but proper. I think the best bit about all of this is the hiss. People just sitting and chomping away and laughing and having a good time. It's been a good night.
Sit.
I sit down now.
Oh, be ready for. Morning. This is our second sleep in the Warrior. I didn't want to comment after the first night in case it was just I was tired, so I slept really well because of. But after night two, I can tell you it is, it's so comfortable. I don't know, I think they said they've put a slightly thicker mattress in here and there's a bit of memory foam topping that they've put on as well, but it's amazing and it's actually so flippin' spacious too. At 6 foot, that's my feet touching the bottom. Look how much space I still have for headroom. So, yeah, I love it. I honestly love it. Yeah, you feel like you're in a little cocoon. It's actually quite cool. So very different to the vibe from a Bundu trail. And it's got us thinking that maybe this is something that we could try and work with for season 3. Now, space and storage is obviously still the challenge, but if we're clever, we can work our way around it. Now you see what I've got to wake up to. Scary. You okay?
Yeah, a little sad.
Yeah, packing up day is always a hard day. But hard because it's sad to say goodbye, but also hard because packing up is always such a flippin' mission. But how much easier was it in the Warrior?
It was amazing. Super quick.
No, actually, I don't even know why I'm bloody asking, because you were sleeping while I was doing the packing up.
But you could do it on your own this time.
That's so true. But Matamba Bush Camp has actually been such a treat. I love the fact that there's a no driving policy. So once you set up in the camp, it's actually just really, really quiet. And what better way to explore the land and engage with the animals than on foot? So that's the one thing we probably didn't do enough of. I mean, day one we were like, yeah, let's go and walk, but it was piping hot and it's not even summer. So unless you're on the trails at 6:30 in the morning, it just gets too hot. But season 3, just around the corner, it's certainly going to be fine up for it. It's going to be a cracker.
Just to see how far it is, oh come on brother, please. Won't show us just how far it is.
Just a little stressed about all the things that still have to come together, and 1,100 kilometer drive that lies ahead. So now, anyway, we are excited, I promise.
So we now have branded salty clothing. Let's go check it out. actually really excited to see how the stuff came out, but I suppose I should say hello to Elise first.
You're good.
We've kept the Giro like super retro and old school. So it's about trying to find some way to freshen up for season 3. It's a pinky promise. There will be no contribution on the window.
Baby, come and just have a look at everything else.
Obviously we are tired, and tomorrow morning early I've still got odds and ends that I've still got to go and get because we run out of time today.